Hello, listeners. This is once again Hunter, the MC of the Mysteries Unknown podcast. Just wanted to give everyone a heads up really quick before this episode starts. The player's audio on this session, for some reason, was not coming through as well as it usually does. I did my best to try to up the volume and make it sound as clean as possible without distorting it too much. But I did the best that I could do for what I know how to do. So hopefully it shouldn't affect it too much. I kind of did a little bit here and there to try to get this out without having to do too much editing. So if there's a few silent moments, I apologize. Hopefully they're not too long and they don't mess up with the flow of the narrative. So this episode is going to be almost 2 hours long. So we're not going to do any intro. We're just going to go right into the content warning. Enjoy!
This is a content warning. All episodes of Mysteries Unknown may include foul language, fantasy violence, blood and gore, and worst thing of all, sexual content. Listener discretion is advised.
Hello again, listeners, and welcome what should be the finale to our Mysteries Unknown case, Demons in Cross End. And I am once again your host, Hunter the MC. And once again, I'm also introducing to you, playing the Thief with the Heart of Gold.
Hey, I'm Ray, and I'm playing Talarlock.
And once again, still playing the Twat Antiques Dealer.
I'm Tom, and I will be playing Declan Strange.
Alright, so, when we last left off, everyone was kind of doing their own thing. We end up putting the avenging angel Christina away in jail, because you discovered that, the murder's happening, she was responsible for them. And after another vision on Declan's part and kind of his buddy Proximo and Talak kind of reaching a truce, they got the cops involved, had Christina put away, and they went out and had a few drinks, which led to Proximo and Declan trying to drink each other under the table. And so they all went ahead and went to do their things after that. Talak went to a friend who looked at the schematics really quick. And then Declan went to his artist friend at the art gallery to get some more information. And then as they were getting the information, the Beast Gang, they all noticed, started to move towards the church. And everyone started to head that way. But before we start, we're going to rewind back a little bit. As we see the cops taking away Christina earlier that day to the jail, and on a rooftop near the police station is a familiar boy that Declan would recognize because, well, he punched him unconscious earlier in one of the episodes. It is our bird boy Morty, and he is on a rooftop scouting around. He sees the cop car pull up, and they haul Christina into the police station. Morty then immediately starts to fly back to the Beast Gang hideout. And at the Beast Gang hideout, as the camera cuts to there, we see the majority of the Beast Gang members just kind of huddled around. They're trying to figure out what to do because, as I stated in the earlier episode, Bear at one point ended up also getting arrested, and he's now in jail as well. So the one character that we recognize, it focuses on the Panther Beast Gang member, as he's kind of just walking in circles, figuring out what we're going to do. Morty flies into the building and says, "The Avenging Angel! She's been arrested and hauled away!" And you hear the Beast Gang start murmuring and everything. And then the Panther just raises a hand to silence everyone. And he says, "No more delays now. It's time we make our move. The stack head shall rise again." And now we fast forward to the present moment. Declan, I believe you were speeding in your car on the way there, and Talak was just bolting as fast as he could. Well, so we're going to do this kind of creative voiceover here. Talak, as you are running in the direction towards the church, what's going through your head?
It's certainly an interesting evening. I'd much rather be sat at home having a bit of drink, but when you're called for, what can you do? I'm such a valuable resource in this city. I get paid for this. I might have to ask Declan to put in a good word with either his informants or someone that has a bit of line in their pockets.
All right. And you start running, Taluk. The camera cuts to Declan as he is speeding in his car. You had just got off the phone with Proximo, who's also speeding on his military motorbike that way. What's going through Declan's head?
Declan's still a bit pissed, so he's just kind of driving, like, every now and again, like, he'll start, like, kind of, he's driving, he's got, like, in the front of his ears, like, oh shit, he's got, like, oh shit, something's going on. But, like, every now and again, I'll start being like, first he's, like, still losing a bit of blood, just a massive gunshot wound in his leg. He's also drunk, so that's a blood thinner, so he's kind of bleeding out. He's like, and every now and again, he starts driving towards a car by accident, because he starts, like, losing blood. He starts kind of, like, driving, like, kind of losing consciousness a bit, and then he'll wake himself up and he'll be like, ah, shit. He's more, like, his head's fairly empty. He's just trying to, focus on not crashing while he's trying to get to the place he's getting to.
Okay, so for the record, it was a knife wound, not a gunshot wound. And did we lower that down to like a 2 or a 1 status? I can't remember.
I think it was a 1 status, if I remember correctly.
Like a bandaged 1, I think.
Yeah.
Kind of deal.
Yeah.
Okay. I have to know that because that will affect you for what's about to be happening here.
Fairly sure.
All right. So takes y'all about a few minutes to lock Declan, Proximo. You all arrive not far from the church at about roughly the same time. And you just see this massive swarm, at least 24, or maybe even more, Beast Gang members just flocking this church. And you see the cops that are there. They're like shaking the boots. They've got their guns drawn or their nightsticks out. They're ready to go. But you can tell these guys are going to get overran. So, here's how this is going to play out. The Beast Gangs, this is almost the entire Beast Gang y'all are fighting against right now. In the book, you would automatically be taking a -3 to any move you would do against them. However, because y'all have Proximo on your side, I'll decrease that by 1, so you're only going to be going with a -2 against them. If y'all had kept Christina around, didn't lock her away, that would have become a -1, but y'all didn't do that, so.
She did murder a bunch of people, so I'm cool with that.
Alright, so at this moment, anything you try to do against the Beast Gang to try to keep them from destroying the church, you're going to start off with a -2 to face them. And Declan, any physical status you're going to try to do to them, it's going to be another -1 because of your status.
So we just driving towards them?
Yeah, y'all. This is basically like, I'm assuming like Talak is in like some water form, just kind of flowing midair kind of deal.
Yeah. I have a plan.
So yeah, the 3 of you are all just like still like heading towards the church, and you see all these Beast Gang members still coming around, charging at the church. The cops that are still at the church are just freaking out right now as they see all these Beast Gang members charging at them. Who wants to make the first move?
I think that Talark will definitely try something, since he may have a perfect idea. So Talark's going to try and do some chain lightning, since I'm assuming that they're fur conducts, and they have quite a few of them in a similar location. So I'm sure one bolt should be able to get a fair chunk of them.
Okay, so you're trying to attack them, so you're already starting off at -2. What tags are you going to use?
I like to use Perfect Storm as I reach my hand up to the sky and draw the clouds in to create a cumulonimbus. Then I'm going to use Thunderbolt Manipulation to draw down the bolt. And then I'm going to use call upon a storm to make the storm even more intense, and an electrifying gaze to focus the bolt at the beastman.
Ooh, okay, so yeah, I got nothing I can use against you, so you're rolling with a +2 now. with all those tags.
Okay.
And this is
I
going
will
to be...
try and do a hit with the one I got, I believe, just to
Yes, this
get
will be a
on
hit with all you got.
Let's see how I do. And that then comes to an 8.
Alright, so it's a mixed success. You're automatically going to be giving them a tier 2 status, but you still get to pick one from the list. So, okay, hit with all you got. Sorry, I had to pull it back up. So you can take cover, secure a superior position, get them good to increase the tier by 1, control collateral damage, hold the target's attention, or gain the upper hand, take 1 juice.
What to do in the situation? I have got an ally beside me, but they are drunk. I mean, always drunk, so it doesn't really affect much. I think I will get them good. I think I'll be a bit more shocked.
Okay,
I'll
so...
hit a tier 3 status of singed fur.
Right, give me a second here.
Come on, Declan, try one up that.
Alright, narrate for me how this looks when you do this.
Okay, so he draws his hand to the sky, then with a swift circular motion, the clouds start to swarm together. Then, almost like a small vortex, it draws by the cold air descending, the warm air rising, and then first the thunder starts to fold. It travels down, hitting Clark directly. You think for a split second, Declan, that he may have accidentally hit himself, which he's probably done a few times in the past. But no, he channels energy, and then almost like he's bending the lightning itself, travels along his fingers, and then he locks in, and the beast then with this like a whip just hits a chunk of them.
Alright. What do you want to name this 3 status you're giving them?
Singed fur, I think that's a good enough one.
Alright, so yeah, we just see as just bolt after bolt of light just comes down, and you see like several of these Beast Gang members just get struck and singed. Kind of like the cartoon where it's like when a person gets struck, you see the skeleton, and then when it's gone, they're just completely blackened kind of deal. And so, but because of that, since you rolled mixed success, the Beast Gang, it's like at least half of the Beast Gang members that are there turn in y'all's direction. And now half are going to be charging for the church, the other half are going to be charging at you 3.
Right, so I'm still in my car, right?
Yes, you're still in your car.
All right, as Alex said, says, all right, Declan, try and drop that. Declan just fucking rams his, he just goes, all right, can't, just fucking rams his foot down on the accelerator, into the car, straight into the crowd, and as the car's about to like fall into the crowd, he just jumps out the side of the car, and he's gonna, with an explosive shot, he's going to shoot the gas tank of this car so it fucking explodes.
Okay, I'm loving this. Okay, so I'm gonna say that because you're narratively using your car, it's gonna be a +1. So you're at a -1 right now. Your bandage stats is not gonna take into effect yet.
So I'm also
I think you could always physically burn your car, since you're very much so literally burning your car.
I'm also going to use the silver guns that I think not possible, so that's I think another +1.
Okay, so you're at even right now.
Okay. And then I'm obviously explosive shot, gunslinging stunts. I'm going to use subconscious reaction speed, because to jump out of the car as you're jumping out of the car and to shoot the gas tank, you have to have pretty good reaction timing. So that'll be a 3. And yeah, I think that's it. So
I think you're good with a +3. So that was what, also good shot, explosive ammo, and subconscious reaction speed?
Yeah, I'll shoot that one.
Alright, and you're using the... Well, you said you're using the silver guns too, right?
2d6 plus 3. 11. Fuck yeah.
Okay, this is definitely going to be a go toe-to-toe because they're coming at you when you do this. So, because you did that, let me see here real quick. Actually, no. We'll make this hit with all you got. This is an ultimate. This is kind of a big thing you're doing, so you are hitting it with all you got. So, you're automatically going to give him a 3 status, and then you get to pick 2 from the list.
Probably a guy in the back of my car. I forgot I kidnapped the guy. He's in the trunk. He's gonna die.
Wait, who'd you put in the trunk?
Do you not remember last session? There was one of the beastmen running across. I shot him with I'm off the top of the thing. I put him in my trunk so he could talk to him later. I fully forgot about it. He's just so yeah, just hit what you hit with him.
About that.
So I'm gonna get.
You're automatically giving him a
+3. I'm gonna get him good. I'm gonna make that +4. It's gonna be fucking exploding. Oh no, wait, I get to choose 2, so I'm gonna get with I'm gonna hit with all you've got. And I'm going to take cover. So as I jump out the car and then shoot the gas tank, I'm just gonna roll behind either like a piece of debris or like a piece of like just an object that's big enough to shatter, shelter me from the blast, but also give me some cover as I get ready to start shooting these 2 fucking silver guns.
So yeah, you just start barreling into them at first. Just as you run over a couple, you leap out of the car, pull out the silver guns you got from Christina, and just like slow motion, almost like Max Payne Hitman style. You just do like a couple shots and just hit that gas tank perfectly. And what are we calling this? 4 status?
Yeah, it's a 4 status. Just exploded. I don't know, fucking severely burned. Fucking you choose.
I like the idea of Kaboom 4 being a status. Yeah, so it's just like boosh, and this car just explodes in a ball of fire, and you see like the beast gangs get put back, and you hear as one beast gang gets launched out of the trunk of the car, like just in a ball of fire.
Just like, oh shit, I forgot about that guy.
That wouldn't combine with Singed Fur at all, would it?
No. It would actually take the place of the Singed Fur. So basically, because it's a 4 status. So they don't have the Singed Fur. They're now up to Kaboom. All right, and then we're gonna see Proximo. He's going to call upon vines will shoot up from the ground that will then grab the exploded car, pick it up, and then just chuck it at the group of Beast Gang members that are running at the church. And we'll just say that gives it like 2 pips on that 4 status. Alright, so yeah, and with that, the other Beast Gangs that were like heading towards the church, they like stop, and then they turn around, and now all the Beast Gang members are coming at you guys.
Cool. So I gotta gear up.
Y'all have the opportunity to make another move now because y'all didn't really like fail or anything to have to face danger. So y'all have another chance to do another move.
You know what? I want to try and get past them.
Oh, you want to get past them and like get to the church?
Yeah, so that's where they're heading. Well, I might as well.
All right.
So I would like to.
I'm gonna say this one is gonna be go toe to toe, and it's still a -2 to start with. Okay.
So I'm then going to, with still half his body as water, he's going to turn his entirety, swirling into a stream. Then going to travel between. I'm going to turn myself into water, travel between bodies of water, and float through narrow spaces. Basically, try and zigzag his way through these people and get through the church.
Okay, so I heard turn yourself in the water, throw through narrow spaces. What else?
And I believe it was travel between bodies of water.
Yeah, I'll accept that. So that'll give you a +1.
Okay, +1. Anything else I think I can add? I don't think I can. It's all that ones. Cool bonus on that wouldn't help at all. That's just a +1. Let's see how I do. Anything comes out to a 6.
Oh, so I'm gonna say that so your body turns into water momentarily. You start trying to get through, but because of how much power you used at the beginning, it doesn't last as long. You suddenly turn back to normal right in front of the Panther Beast Gang member. And he's gonna look down at you, and now I'm gonna need you to roll face danger.
I just realised that I've used practically all my face danger tags in that previous move, and that's technically a linked move, so...
Yes, this would be a linked move, so you won't be able to use them again, unfortunately.
Yeah. Let me just have a quick look at... I would like to use the crew theme power tag, tactical coordination, to get Declan to distract them by just being the ass he is.
I'm gonna start fucking shooting at them randomly. That's what I'm gonna do. That's how I'm gonna distract them.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not going to have the -2 stats take effect for this one since you're just going against this one guy.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll just be rolling +1, and how that roll happens will assume how Declan reacts.
9.
Okay, so you still get you'll still get like a status, but it'll be a tier less. So I'll say that you try to kind of start crawling back when he swipes down at you, and he just cuts you deep across your leg. So you get like a deep cut 2 status.
Okay.
And what do you say to get Declan's attention?
Oi, cunt! And I'm very much trying to mimic Declan's voice.
See them. What?
There's like very intense hand motion, motioning towards my deep cut guy who cut me. Deep cut. You being a cunt, the guy who cut me.
Alright, I just start shooting around. I'm just shooting at his feet, trying to distract him.
Alright, go toe to toe with this guy.
Okay. So, you know what? Actually, if I'm not gonna try and distract him, I'm going proper toe to toe. I'm just gonna try and shoot him in the fucking face.
Alright, well, still...
He's distracting if he's dead.
Yeah, it's a very good distraction being dead. So I'm gonna go with a good shot. I'm gonna go with explosive ammo because I said to blow up, and it's gonna be fun. And maybe gunslinging stuff, so I'm quite far away from the gun. Yeah, so just a 3, and I'll use a silver gun as well, so that'll be a 4. That'll be -1 because of my fox.
Well...
Wait, negative.
I was gonna say -2 stats will effect. Good shot, explosive ammo, gunslinging. That's 3. I will use the weakness tag, weapon jam.
Okay.
So, well, that's 2 currently. Was there what stats? Other stats? I mean, tag were you using?
I've got the silver gun, so I was going to use that because they give it a little bit.
Okay, so that'll be 3 then, and you get an attention on that training thing.
Nice one. So it's 12. Fuck yeah!
Okay. So, do y'all know that scene in the Flashpoint Paradox animated film where Thomas Wayne Batman shoots Reverse Flash through the back of the head?
No.
Not familiar.
Yeah.
That spoiler alert for people out there. But yeah, there's basically instead of you being behind the Panther, you look at him, he looks at you, you aim, and just one trigger pull is all it takes. And you see this bullet just go right between the Panther guy's eyes, and the back of his head just bursts. And the Panther's just kind of standing there as you see the color drain from his eyes, and he just slowly falls to the ground dead.
thing. She goes, alright, go in.
Alright. Then you see Proximo, he's got a couple of fireballs in his hands, and he's gonna chuck them at the group of the beast gangs, and he takes out a few of them, and it's gonna add another pip to that 4 status. So it's 4 and 3 pips right now. I'm gonna say, Rain, Talak is, I'd say there's a distance between the Beast Gang members as they charging at Declan and Proximo now, and you're about maybe 30 feet or so away from the church.
Well, with this deep cut, there's not much I can do about running, so Talog's just gonna sit on his ass, raise out his fingers, and with the storm still in the sky, shoot them again.
Okay. So you're gonna just aim at the group of the Beast Gang again?
Yeah, so now he's sitting on his ass, fingers both pointing out, and focusing on being of lightning.
Okay, so it's still only starting at -2 because it's a physical status that's not going to affect your powers. So, but what attacks are you going to use?
Okay. I'd like to use Call Upon a Storm, the Perfect Storm, Thunderbolt Manipulation, and Electrifying Gaze.
I'm not sure Call Upon a Storm would use because you're already using a storm that you already called upon.
Would I be able to use that as a situational tag to help me since the storm's already up?
What again?
If the storm's already up, would I be able to use that as like a situational tag since it's already like in the environment?
The Call Upon the Storm, or were you talking about a different tag?
Then never mind then, I'll only use the 3 I had then for Perfect Storm, Thunderbolt Manipulation, and then Electrifying Gaze.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so one more time, repeat what tags you're using.
The Perfect Storm, Thunderbolt Manipulation, and Electrifying Gaze.
Okay, all out, +1.
Yep. A 9.
Okay, and I'm gonna say this is another hit with all you got because the Beast Gangs weren't focused on you at the moment. They were focused on Declan and Proximo. So you get to deal with them a 1 tier, and you also get to pick 1 from the hit with all you got list.
Okay, gonna get them good. Just enhance the fire that they had them, basically igniting some of their foe again and make them catch on fire.
Okay, so yeah, so you just do the kind of what you did before. You just raise your hand up, and several bolts just strike at the Beast Gang again as they're charging at Declan and Proximo. That is gonna be 2 pips, so that's gonna bring the status up to 5 and a pip. So we are now at, basically they're at a 5, what do I want to call this?
Almost decimated. Isn't it
Oh God, please no.
Yeah, like decimated 5 and a pip status. So you guys are almost done, but let me pull up this really quick to look at the stats for how this part works. So unfortunately, during this entire time that you guys have been trying to take these Beast Gangs out here, several Beast Gang members are already inside, and they are beginning to just attack the church building. Just anywhere they can, like, put their paws and fists through. So the church is now at a weakened 2 status. Alright, so who's gonna make the next move? Declan, do you want to do anything to the remaining Beast Gangs that are charging at you?
Yeah, fuck it. I'm just going to, I think I'm going to, essentially, as they're getting closer, I pick up, like, just like a bit of iron that's on the floor, like an iron rod that's come off, like, one of the, like, maybe my car that fucking exploded, a bit of, like, fucking metal came towards me. I pick that up, getting ready to, like, fucking getting ready to start smacking them with it, and as I pick it up, I get up, I get ready to I realize it's become heavier somehow. I look over, it's a fucking minigun. It's just transformed into a fucking minigun because of like mysterious reality bending. It's like dream, like just something turning into something else without you noticing. And then I'm just like, oh fuck yeah! I just fucking grab it and just start throwing them down.
If you want a minigun, that's gonna require a change to the game rule.
Okay, I'll do that then.
Because you have to use your powers to be able to bring this minigun to reality. If you want to be able to use it, because you don't just have a minigun on you.
No, but okay, I'll do it to change the game rule. What tags? Mysterious reality bending.
Yes, and so no negative statuses right now on this, so you're at +1 currently.
Maybe gunslinging stunts, got not to use it, I guess.
Yes, all gunslinging stunts would allow for this.
Could you use the guns you got from the angel to be able to use the focus and turn into the other one?
No, because his whole living in a dream thing is he doesn't really realize it's happening. It's just his brain's kind of making it that way. Maybe fucking smuggling, actually. Actually, no. Can I just burn attack and then just get it?
Yeah, because you can't always burn attacks. So it'll be like rolling a 10 with a 7 with a power of 3.
Yeah,
so
it'll
be
smuggling. I've never used it.
Well, how does smuggling talk about you bringing a minigun to reality?
Sure, I've smuggled a minigun before.
I mean, in a flashback, that could work.
Yeah.
Do flash.
If not, I can burn something else. Like I can burn.
Honestly, you haven't been able to use the tag much for anything else. Plus, it's a finale episode, so I'll allow for this.
Yeah. Alright, so I burn that. Yeah.
So change the game. So hold on. There's a bunch of extra stuff you get to do when it's on a 10+. So you can spend your juice for the following effects: create a story tag, burn a power tag, give or reduce the status. But you can also scale up the effect, prolong the effect, hide the effect, or any other improvement that you and I agree on.
Okay. So I get a power 3, right?
Yeah, you have 3 juice right now to make this with. So basically, you would have to spend 1 juice to make the tag minigun.
Yeah. So I'll create the power tag minigun. I'll scale up the effects to make it a sick as fuck minigun.
So basically, you're giving it it's like a minigun 2 status, basically.
Yeah, and I'll prolong the effect so I get to keep a minigun for a while.
Oh yeah. Okay, so now that you've done that, change the game, you can now do another go toe-to-toe on the last of these Beast Gang members with that +2 minigun.
Cool. Yeah, so I'm gonna use the fucking minigun, and I'm just gonna start mowing guns down. Like, I'm just gonna stand up and be like, oh fuck yeah, and just... But I'm gonna use a good shot, explosive ammo, and gunslinging stunts. As well as... Yeah, I think that's it. Just that +3. And then I get the +2 because of the old, having a minigun. So that's a +5.
Yeah, it's not, because I'm going to not only activate Weapon Jam, I'm also going to activate Black Market Heat, because word's going to get around that you somehow got a minigun.
Dudes.
So you're rolling +3, but you get attention to your occupation and training thing.
Nice. So +3. Mm-hmm. Let's make this a good one. 2d6. 7. Yeah. Still
okay. On go toe-to-toe, though, you only get to pick 1. You achieve your goal, you get them good, and if you choose to get them good, that's you giving them a tier equal to power, or block, dodge, counter.
I'm like, fucking get them good. I'm a fucking just start mowing these guns down.
Okay, so that's a 5, and now 4 pips, as you just start just blasting away at these beast gangs, and you just see them just start falling one by one.
Like a cigarette out of his mouth, he's just laughing maniacally as he's shooting his huge minigun.
And I'm gonna say that like you see like 2 of them just kind of jump above the barrage as they're about to like charge on you. Well, you just see a fireball just shoot through the air and hit both of them. And Proxima's just like, I got your back, Captain.
Yeah, it seems like Declan's just having way too much fun with his minigun to even really pay attention to anything. He's just laughing, going, ah!
Yeah, just like the good old days. Yeah, Captain?
Just screaming while shooting this gun. You can't hear a fucking thing because it's just really loud. Like, because I put exploding ammo on these bullets as well.
It makes me think of that one ending of an episode of the Marvel Punisher series where it's like all those gangsters together and he just steps in and just starts firing the machine guns. Just,
When the bullets are hitting, they're just fucking exploding as well.
Oh, so there's a lot more going. So it's like doof, 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 doof.
So
it's
definitely
like
hear a fucking thing here.
Yeah, at this point, any cop that was left has just bolted out of there because they're like, we want no part of this.
Hell yeah.
All right. Okay, now, Rain, Talak, you are just watching this chaos happening. One side, Declan is just mowing down these Beast Gang members. On the other side of you, the few Beast Gang members that made it into the church just working to try to tear this place down. What are you gonna do?
I think that Talok just remembered that he got some magical artifacts previously gotten, so he would like to change the game in a previous flashback to say how he previously got some items related to his godhood that may help him harness lightning.
Okay, so interesting thing about the flashback, and I was reading this, you don't have to roll change the game. It just automatically gives you one juice or one clue based on your description.
Okay.
So, what are you trying to do with this flashback again?
He would like to try and find some magical artifact or something related to his godhood that may be able to help him channel lightning a bit better, so maybe a staff he used in one of his previous lives, or maybe some water from the river.
An artifact?
I mean, looking at Declan summoning his mythical minigun, thinking on a system in a plane, yeah.
Okay, then I like this idea. So for one juice, you're making this artifact. What does the artifact look like?
Actually, if I could...
Well, you cut off me there. What?
I'd like to burn a tag if possible, to get a bit more juice.
What tag do you want to burn?
I think I'd like to burn, I know a guy. So that was for Jacqueline DuPont. To tell her to give me a few artifacts, and I might have to go out with her to dinner later to smooth out the relationship.
Okay, I'll allow it.
Oh.
And so, yeah, you're rolling this with a success, so change the game rules. You get the choice of... So you got the first three of create a story tag, burn a power or story tag, give or reduce the status, but you also get the options of scaling up the effect, prolong the effect, hide the effect, any other improvement that you or I can agree on.
Okay, so I would like to then...
So you have 3 juice to mess with, and it'll be at least 1 juice to make the story tag of whatever artifact you're making to lock.
Yeah. So... What would I like to do? That's a good point. What would Talok do? God of Thunder and Lightning. And Rain.
What if he made, like...
Oh, I'm gonna Rain Stick.
Nice.
Rain Stick. I was almost thinking I was thinking Thor, Love and Thunder, where he gets Zeus's lightning bolt.
A Rain Stick will work. That's what I'm going for.
Alright, so it's 1 juice for Rain Stick.
1 juice for Rain Stick.
So you have 2 more juice to work with.
Rain Stick, and then we can do Lightning Rod, and then just Lightning Propulsion if I can.
So you want a Rain Stick and a Lightning Rod?
Well, I could increase the same tag, could I? Or could I?
Yeah, you can you can scale up the effect, so it's like a Rain Stick / Lightning Rod, so it's like Rain Stick 2. And then you still have 1 more juice you can work with.
Rain Stick 2, then I'm going to
Do you want to prolong the? Do you want to
I'll
prolong?
prolong it. Why not? Yeah.
So that way you have it for the
Yeah,
whole
a little
scene.
longer.
Yeah, so you have basically a rain stick 2 that you can use for this entire scene.
So now, very much he's standing up on his deep cut and going to start do the process of a rain dance to then bring down the mother of all storms, Policeman.
Ooh. This is going to be a stop holding back.
Okay.
You're trying to bring down the mother of all storms. And so here's what's going to happen. This is going to be a... nothing serious. We'll call this a significant stop holding back.
Okay.
You have... and so... you can use... so you still have the rain stick, but for stop holding back, you roll plus logos only. So you get to roll +2.
Okay. +2. Let's see how this goes. Comes out to a 9.
Okay. So on a 7 through 9, you have to mark Fade Crack and burn all the power tags on one theme.
All of them on one theme. Okay.
Yep. That's the sacrifice for getting a 7 through 9 on a significant stop holding back.
I think it would probably be Wheeler and Dealer, since he's probably not going to go back to dealing after tonight. Maybe for a little while after he recovers.
Okay, so unless you do something to unburn those tags, you're not going to be able to use them for the rest of this scene.
Okay.
So, narrate for us how this looks.
Okay, so with the rain stick now stubborn, he stands up, slightly limping on the cut leg, looking over at Declan. He just motions him to back up a little bit, and then with the rain stick in hand, he starts tossing it from hand to hand, and then with his feet he starts then tapping and dancing and clipping and clapping and start getting the beat. And then he starts to, and as he goes, the clouds above him almost mimic his movements. He goes, the rain then starting to slightly fall, the storm he created before, then the water connected to his limbs, he becomes the storm, the lightning swirling around them like a maelstrom. Then with one fluid motion, the storm brought down upon the beastmen, thunder and lightning. The cacophonous blows just send some flying with sheer impact, and lightning sparking others, and he certainly earns his title as the God of Rain and Lightning.
So yeah, this maelstrom of a thunderstorm just bears down on these remaining beast gangs for Declan and Proximo. Some of them were like picked up by the strong winds and tossed around. Many are struck multiple times by lightning. Water's just pelting down of them until like in the finale, there's almost like a whirlpool on land of water just swirls around, and the remaining beast gangs are all swept out into the docks and down into the watery depths below. What's Declan's reaction?
He kind of notices it. He's like, "Fuck yeah!" and then just continues fucking shooting into this crowd while these fucking lightning bolts are going off and killing people.
So on top of all the lightning going off, Declan's just shooting his minigun into the maelstrom, and there's explosions happening mid-air at the same time, basically.
Yeah.
Just yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So with that, you have successfully defeated that part of the Beast Gang, with the exception of the few that are still inside the church tearing it down. And the church is now, because y'all have been out here doing this for so long, it's now at a weekend 3 status.
I'm just gonna put the mini, like after everything's outside kind of clears up, I'm just gonna sling the minigun onto my back and then just start walking towards the church and just like just gonna say to Talalak, "Alright, cunt, let's finish this off." And I'm just gonna try and kick in the doors and see what's inside.
Okay. We'll say, I want to try to figure out what time it was. I'd say it was about 9 when y'all got there. So, it's like, I want to say it's been like a good 10-15 minutes only. This is all happening like so fast and so quick. And so, yeah, Proximo helps to lock up and kind of helps him walk to the church as you all three of you just kind of walk in. As I'll say like maybe 6 or 7 Beast King members that are left in the church are just kind of going about their business, not paying attention to you at first.
I'm gonna bring the minigun back round and start like spinning, start like getting it ready so it starts spinning around a bit. Right, just go. All right, cunts, you have a choice now. You can either, stop whatever you're doing, or I can kill you all, like I killed all your mates.
Yeah, they all stop as soon as they heard the minigun start spinning and just look at you. And they're kind of looking back and forth between each other. And then you notice, Talak, you actually notice that there's a area in the back left corner of the room that you had not noticed before that has been opened up, and you see like a spiral stone staircase going down. And So Declan, 2 of the Beast Gang members are going to start charging at you as the rest of them start heading towards this staircase in the back left corner.
I think you can guess what I'm going to do with these 2 people's chests, like running straight towards me, which is admittedly a dumb move to run at someone who has a minigun that's already getting ready to fucking shoot. I'm going to shoot them with it.
Yeah, I'm not even going to make you roll for it. You just start blasting away, and they're just shredded to pieces. As the remaining 4 start going down the spiral staircase.
Those 2 are fucking stupid. Alright, let's go kill the rest of these cunts.
Alright, so Proximo is still helping Talak. Do you like put your arm around Proximo's shoulder, Talak, so that we can kind of like stay balanced as your leg is still bleeding?
No, I have my brain stick. I'm fine.
Like, you sure there, Thunder? You sure there?
I've got this. My thunder thighs are fine.
Nice. Yeah, so the 3 of you go over towards this back corner and down these spiral staircases, and you can tell that this place, like, the church may have been as old as the city itself, but this place under that you're going down underneath is way older than you could ever imagine. As you all get down, you see 2 of the Beast Gang members are like standing guard, as the other 2 are at this altar where there's a deer skull resting on. And these 2 are like doing some sort of prayer incantation to the deer skull.
I'm just going to turn to Talala and just go, you want to take these or should I? You want to go halves? You take the 2 on the left, I'll take the 2 on the right. Proximo, you can just go
to the left.
Yeah, alright, Proximo, if I don't manage to kill one, you just fucking bind him or some shit, alright?
Proximo's kind of just looks at you for a second. It's like, Captain, you sure? In such a small space?
Nah, fuck it, it'll be alright. I mean, worst case scenario, they die. I mean, what do you mean ensure in such a small space? Less room to run around. I can just mow him down with this fucking big ass minigun.
Yeah, and also more chance for this church to come collapsing down on top of us.
Alright, fair point. One sec, I've got an idea. Excuse me, do you 4 gentlemen feel like getting out of here and surviving, or dying probably quite horribly in a collapsing church, because I am going to shoot you if you don't, fuck off.
One of the 2 that's standing guard while the other 2 are doing their incantation, he is like covered in scales and has definitely snake-like features on his face. And when his tongue kind of slips out, you see it's forked like a snake's. And he would just kind of say, "We serve the staghead. We will lay down our lives for the stag's head."
Just get touch box and I'll be like, we kind of gave him a choice.
Yeah?
If you got a better idea, I'm just gonna shoot them all.
Proximo just kind of thinks for a moment, and he's like, I got nothing.
Oh, keep going, idea. Because I'm going to start shooting very soon.
Talark is going to then, with you, he's going to break down some of the church and have it fall on these guys.
Say what again?
I'm going to blast some lightning at some of the church that's unsupported and have it fall on these guys.
Will it just fall on them, though? This is out of character. Will it just fall on them, or will we also die?
Okay, here's what's gonna happen first.
I mean, Declan's evasive.
I need you to roll me go toe to toe first.
Okay.
If Talark is doing this, it's go toe to toe.
Okay, with the dilapidated church, you go to look above and then see the sky above, and then channel the lightning and try and strike at some of the weak points to have it fall down on these guys. They're going to use Perfect Storm, Thunderbolt Manipulation, and Electrifying Gaze, and if you can, use the Rain Stick as a focus. You also channel those 2 points.
Okay, I'm activating the weakness tag indoor spaces, so it's gonna be a +4. And you get an attention on that theme.
Nice. Okay, with a +4, let's roll that there now. That's the 11 that comes out to.
Okay, so here's what's gonna happen. You achieve your goal, get them good, block, dodge, counter.
I'm gonna block, dodge, and counter because I don't want this falling on Talark because he's already got some Thunderfire injury.
Okay, you still get one more choice.
So it was block, dodge, counter. What was the other ones?
Get them good, achieve your goal. I'm gonna say you're basically however you strike, you're gonna basically just get these guys because we basically got rid of the Beast Gang. So if you just choose achieve your goal, it'd be the same as just getting them good at this point. So
you know what? I'm gonna control collateral just to stop us. Feels nice about it.
all right. Hey guys, I'm sorry, I gotta step off for a second. I'll be right back.
No worries.
See, we're controlling collateral. I won't even have to harm you. Well, plus the church doesn't really want me to defend the ceiling on the thing they move. So if it's move it back, it'll all be fine, right?
Yeah, I'm still not 100% sure. Is the church a good thing or a bad thing?
I mean, Talark sees a building as a building. Like, the ritual site's a ritual site. As long as we have, like, the stone thing moved over the hole, that's all we need.
Yeah.
Like, the same thing could be as arc with that other thing there, and it'll be fine.
Yeah. I have a feeling that the stackhead will just reappear, but they're like whatever the stackhead is, and we're gonna have to fucking kill that thing. But I'm down for it. And my Declan's not too fucked. He's just got his leg wound, and now he has a minigun, so he's good.
So we're leg wound buddies.
Yeah, we both got mine's kind of healing up a bit. It's got bandages on it, but I think yours is quite fresh.
I'm a bit fresh, and I'm having to use my range stick as a
walking stick.
I'm lucky that I did use the burn a Noah guy, because that was in the same tag section that I burnt for the go all out.
Yeah, I think I'm definitely going to use a stop holding back like this session, because if I'm not going to use it this session, then when am I going to use it?
Yeah, true. And I did kind of steal your idea of the summoning things. I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool. So I want to do something like that.
Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so we did block, dodge, counter, manage to achieve your goal. What'd you say after that, Talark?
Control class roll to stop it from harming my allies.
Wait, what?
Control the class roll, I believe.
Oh, no, this is go toe to toe. You don't get to choose control collateral and go toe to toe.
Oh, so it was like, one and the other one was.
Yeah, it was manage to achieve your goal, get them good, block, dodge, counter. And I was saying that you basically are going to get them either way because we basically took care of the Beast Gang already. So you would only have managed to achieve your goal and block dodge counter. Because achieve your goal would be get rid of these guys.
I get them good then.
Okay, so yeah, you just bring stick in hand up, and all of a sudden, the floor, the ceiling above where these two Beast Gang members were, just bursts open as lightning just strikes them both down, and just incinerates them like ash. However, you kind of feel the building shudder as the church is now in a weakened 4 status. And there's still 2 Beast Gang members left chanting and praying at this deer skull.
I'm just gonna sling the minigun back on my back and just to like be more precise with it instead of just taking down the entire building with me. And I'm just gonna grab the silver gun, just point one at each of their heads, and just like take a shot.
Dearly beloved, we were gathered here today to separate.
Are you sure you want to do that?
Yeah, fuck it, why not?
Oh, so you're basically just go up, and you actually see as you see as when Declan raises these pistols at these Beast King members, Proximo just pushes like, "Captain, wait!" and there's just pew pew, and these 2 Beast King members just fall over dead at this altar.
Well, problem solved. Just put them back in the horses and just like, alright, who wants to go get a drink or something?
Proximo is just staring at you with the palest face he has ever had. And if anyone was to look down at the feet where he shot the Beast Gangs, you see the blood start trickling out of their heads to this altar, but then the blood starts to travel up this altar to the skull.
Alright, I can't imagine that's good. This doesn't seem like I feel like I've made a mild error.
And suddenly, these markings that you didn't see in the wall before start to glow like a greenish color. And the eyes of the deer skull fill with light. And you all of a sudden, just right at your feet, Declan, vines start shooting up from the floor. And Proximo's just immediately like, "That's not me this time!"
I'm gonna try and fucking, so subconscious reaction speeds and premonitions, I'm gonna fucking use them to try and, and also, yeah, I'm just gonna use those to just try and jump out of the way.
Okay, yeah, you're rolling face danger, so...
Yeah. So that's a +2 to this bad boy. 7.
Yeah, so you jump out of the way, but a vine another vine shoots up and cuts you right where your bandage is.
I can't.
So you're back in a cut 2.
God damn it.
A vine does this? What's Proximo doing?
It just shot out from the ground and just shink, sliced him. And you see these vines shoot up from the ground and go to this beast skull. As the beast skull begins to like rise up, almost like it's forming like this plant-like body, and everything starts to shake. Y'all gotta get out of there.
Yeah. I'm just gonna look at the other 2 and just start sprinting as fast as I can.
So yeah, I need you both to roll face danger again to try to get out of here.
I think I probably, yeah, my definite leg wounds are gonna affect this, I imagine.
Oh yeah, leg wounds are gonna affect this. So
yeah.
I think you're both gonna be -2 to start with on this.
I don't have anything that helps me run. So
actually, no. Make that -1. You got Proximo there. He's gonna try to help y'all get out.
Okay.
So you both start with -1.
I can't add anything to this. It's just gonna be a -1.
I'm gonna try and turn myself into water and float into outer space.
Okay, so it's gonna be a +1 for you then.
Oh no!
Oh no!
To be be fair, also, the fact that I'm carrying a huge minigun on my back can't help with my speed.
Actually, sorry, Rain. I'm gonna make this interesting. I'm activating indoor spaces again, so you're rolling flat. I'm sorry, guys. So yeah, y'all get up to the... Yeah, y'all just make your way up the stairs, and you're like in the church as everything is falling down around you. And even with Proximals up, y'all try to get... You guys are almost at the exit when all of a sudden you just all look up, and immediately the church just collapses down on both of you. And I'll say you guys get a... Let me look here. You guys get a buried under rubble 5 status.
Oof.
And if you were to, and as this, as we look from the outside, we see as a skeletal hand bursts from the ground and is immediately wrapped and covered in vines and plants, and just grabs itself up, kind of like something, a zombie rising from its grave. As it just gets up, and we see this, basically imagine like the swamp monster, the swamp thing, if he had, but with a deer skull head. That is what the stag head looks like. And it is a monstrous figure, like maybe 8-9 feet tall, just standing over the both of you, over this wrecked out, collapsed church, free from its prison after who knows how many centuries of capture and entrapment. Here's the thing, though. You guys are trapped, but you're not out just yet. Y'all can still try to get out of this if you want.
I'm gonna stop holding back if that's okay.
What are you gonna do?
So, I'm assuming that. So, you see that fucking Declan, as he fucking gets collapsed on the floor, he gets fully knocked out, but then his eyes open, but in his eyes, they're not kind of his eyes. His eyes are kind of like, they're kind of like a deep kind of purple color as he just starts growing, and he continues growing, larger and larger until he's fucking the size of a fucking building. Like a quite large building, and then he's just gonna fucking down on the. This is like because like this is a dream thing where he just fucking like in his dream he just grows. So
you're basically bringing the dream state into reality.
Yeah. And like,
so
I'm also gonna add a thing where like all the things around you, all the things around everyone just starts warping, almost like everyone's kind of like a bit. Like kind of on shrooms or in like dreaming, so everything keeps warping and things keep changing from like, so there'll be like a bit of rubble and it starts looking a bit like a dog for a second, and then it starts looking a bit like a cloud and shit like that. It just keeps morphing as he just fucking like grows huge.
Okay. This is going to be a no return, stop holding back.
Fuck yeah.
Because you are trying to bring one dream state into reality. So basically, even if you get a mixed success on this, you will lose a theme. So you roll plus logos, so +3.
Come on. 14! Son of a bitch. Yes, let's go.
Okay, so even on 10 plus, you still have to mark Fade, Crack, and burn all the power tags on one theme.
I'm gonna choose Dubious Antique Stealer because I never fucking use it.
Yeah, you're basically sacrificing a bit of your humanity to do this. So yeah, we just see all of a sudden the purple mist that surrounds this city just swirls massively around this collapsed church site. And we see as Declan starts growing and growing. Talak, you kind of come back too, and you just see, like, you see Declan's hand, and it starts to get bigger. Proximo sees this too. The Stackhead's looking around, and then he sees the rubble of the church move in front of him, and kind of like a Hulk out mode. You just see Declan just goosh out of the church rubble, and you are standing giant compared to this stag head.
Yeah, I'm actually, instead of hitting him with my fist, I'm just gonna pull out this minigun that's fucking grown with me and just start fucking pounding like bullets into this thing.
So yeah, none of you have the Buried Under the Rubble status anymore. You all still have your cut statuses though, but no, actually, Dream State, for the moment, these cut statuses are not going to affect y'all. So, Tulak and Proximo runs to you, Tulak, and he helps you up and starts trying to pull you away as Declan just pulls out this minigun and aims it down at the stag head. And I need you to roll hit with all you got for this.
Okay. So obviously I'm going to be using mysterious reality bending, a good shot, gunslinging stunts, explosive ammo. So that's +4.
Okay, so here's what else I'm going to do. I'm going to give you another +1 for being this in the dream state world that you created, so it would be a 5. But I'm also going to activate the weakness tag, no conscious control of dreams. Because you are going to have a hard time trying to control this. So you're still at 4, but you get an attention on that theme.
Oh, but I get a +2 for the minigun as well, wouldn't I?
I thought that 4 was with the +2.
No, it's not. So this would be a +6.
Oh, yes.
Plus it's only a 9, but still hits.
You still give him a 6 status, but you also get to pick 1 from the hit with all you got list.
I mean, a 6 is dead, right?
Yes.
Unless we got... I'll get him good anyway. I'll stick another one on there just in case he has anything that reduces that anyway. And I'll also... do I only get to pick 1?
Yeah, because you rolled a mixed success.
Okay, yeah, I'll just get him good. I'll just make that a 7. Just fucking...
So... Funny that you mentioned reducing statuses, because he has a status that's called, whenever he takes a status that isn't holy by nature, it's reduced by 4.
Fucking hell.
So you gave him like a 3 shot up, like a shot up 3 status.
Do I remain giant?
For this moment, yes, you are still giant as these... I'll just say for flavor, you still got the explosive rounds loaded into the minigun, and you are just firing down, and like it's like he's still like you see more vines and plant life just kind of come back to him as you are like shooting bits and chunks off of him, but you are shooting it faster than he can regenerate. All right, Talak, Proximo is trying to drag you away into like his motorbike.
He's gonna like show his hand away. I'm not gonna leave him there. He's more in need now than ever. Look at him. And I point to the actual projected embodiment of Declan. That's a mentally ill man right there. I need him to save him.
It's like Proximo just looks at you as like, it's like, I don't know what you think you can do, but I think the captain's got it pretty good right now.
A little help couldn't put him back too much. I'm gonna start like limping my way over to the stag.
Proximo just kind of sighs, rubs his head, is just like, you're a lot like him, more than you think, and he just starts following you back. And so, what are you gonna do now in this situation?
One deep breath in, and do I see the impact of the strike that Declan did and how it didn't do as much as he thought?
You see that like this giant Declan minigun carrying dude is just blasting away at the stag head, and it's like even though chunks are just flying off this stag head, you can see like plant life stuff like coming to him, and he is regenerating what he's losing. And like currently he's at the stag head is at a shot of 3 status.
Talart's going to pick up a piece of the church fragment on the ground, so a piece of consecrated ground, and he's then going to. I've no idea, but what else do I have left? And then he's going to run towards Stag, and then he's going to try and turn into water, and then have this consecrated piece of stone, and just try and stab it straight into the Stag. So.
Alright, this is gonna be a hit with all you got on your part too, so what are you doing?
Okay.
I'll give you I'm gonna go ahead and give you a +1 for the stone.
Okay. So I'm gonna try and use good deep down inside, since he's literal fighting off in his mind as the embodiment of pure evil. Turn himself into water to try and just get some more speed and momentum to be able to have the strike impact, and I think that's all I can do.
Okay, so yeah, you're rolling +3.
+3. And hopefully, if the church as a building was holy enough.
Just a thought. Is this something you can use your range stick on?
You know what? Like a full bat, it definitely could be. So he's going to swing back with a range stick like a baseball bat, and it's full on swing bat.
So that'll be up to 5. I'm going to activate your weakness tag, small fish in a big pond, because you're pretty small compared to the stag head, but it's going to be a +4 you get to roll with. Huh?
Okay. Let's see this. Okay. Oh, this is probably a dumb idea, but let's try this.
So yeah, hit with all you got, +4.
With a 12.
So you automatically give him a 4 status pick too from hit with all you got. So, take cover, secure superior position. Get them good or give many of them +1 tier. Control the collateral damage. Hold the target's attention or take the upper hand. Gain 1 juice.
I'm gonna secure position right behind the stag head to be able to help out Declan. And I'm gonna get them good by swinging with all he's got.
And you said secure superior position?
Yep, gonna try and be behind the stag head to...
Yeah, so you just surround this piece of holy rock in water, toss it up and kind of just hey, with your range stick, and just Babe Ruth it right at the creature, right into its chest, and it's just whoosh. And Declan, you stop for a moment shooting as you see Talak shoot, just bat this rock into this creature. And because the rock was part of the church, it does not lose its stat. It does not reduce the status. So you give it a tortured 5. As with this holy piece of rock inside the stag head, there's like a small light growing inside it, almost as if it's burning from the inside.
So that's the thing in a shadow Declan. Can you chuck the church onto him?
Yeah, that's the next plan, to be honest, mate. That was so much damage that did.
Wait, what are you guys gonna do now?
As a large Declan, I'm just gonna pick up a huge bit of church and just fucking crush him with it.
Okay, so yeah, it's gonna be another hit with all you got. This staghead creature is not gonna be able to do anything at the moment, as he's like trying to claw at his chest to try to get to the piece of rock in it, but like when he tries to, his viney fingers start kind of like turning to like burning and turning to ash almost.
So as I grab, I'm assuming it's a huge chunk of the church is either still standing or just like the roof. I'm just gonna pick it up, and then as I pick it up, it's small, but it gets bigger as I pick it up because of mysterious reality bending, and I just fucking straight down his head.
So what text are you gonna use to do that?
So good judge of character, because Talalok he knows Talalok, he knows he's a good judge of character, he's seen what he's done and it worked, and he's going to use it. He's also going to use common sense and mysterious reality bending, and I think maybe rugged might work as well, because he's literally hitting someone with a bit of church. So that's a 4.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no, the good judge of character. That's more of like an interrogation type thing. It's like, you can't really say a good judge character would be to try to face on like a literal god in a sense.
But it's more that he saw what Talalok did and he trusts him when Talalok tells him to, to hit him with a bit of church.
What about breaking an entry because he's breaking and entering his chest with this big chunk of rock?
No, stop it. Fine, I'll allow good judge character, but not breaking and entering.
Because he's breaking and entering his chest. I like that. Yeah, so that's a +4 to this one.
Yeah, fine.
Do I get any pluses because I'm big?
No, not this time. It's like, I think 4 is good enough.
11. Fuck yeah. Let's go.
Okay, so yeah, hit with all you got. Pick 2 options, and you already are giving him a 4 status. I'm
a make it bigger. I'm gonna get him good, and then I am going to. So with 1 juice, can I give him a tag, or give him a story? No, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, okay, I'll hit him with all I've got, and then with the 1 juice.
Part of change the game is you can give a story tag to something.
Can I give him I was against hit with his massive bit of church. Can I give him the story tag stunned 1?
So you're upgrading it to a 6 right now? No,
Yeah.
it's a 5 now.
5.
That's gonna make it a 6.
Yeah. Does that make sense? Is that allowed?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
So, yeah, so we all see Declan just pick up this destroyed church roof. Lifted above his head, it grows in size. And the staghead creature, even though it's just a deer skull on its face, you can see fear in its glowing eyes. As, like slow motion, Declan brings down that roof and just shatters it right on top of the stag head. And for the moment, everything is calm. Everything is quiet. And all of a sudden, the stag head bursts through. But you can see now, he is like literally just burning away. Like his deer skull, it's like he's lost 1 horn. It's one of his eye sockets is cracked apart, and you just hear this guttural just coming from this creature as he's like in pain and burning away. And you just kind of see like, and then just kind of the screams faint away as the rest of his body turns to ash, and the damaged deer skull just clatters down onto the destroyed church rubble. You all defeated the stag head.
Declan's just gonna go. That woman killed like 3 people to fuck up that thing. We just hit it with a church. You know, fucking feels like those 3 people could have not died and we could just hit it with a church from the day 1.
I mean, by the end of it, that thing was more holy than her when there were holes in it.
Yeah. And this is as Declan's like shrinking. This is as Declan's shrinking back to normal. He says this.
Yeah, so yeah, I'll say at this point, once as the stag head turns to ash and disappears, yeah, Declan, you start shrinking, and the world just around you just starts to slowly come back to normal as the dream state leaves this reality.
Very important question. Does Declan still have pants on?
Why would he not have pants on?
I think they grew with me.
I don't know how this growing shit works.
It was like if you were to grow in a dream, it's not like it doesn't obey the laws of physics. So it wasn't like he grew too big for his trousers and they broke.
Okay, so we have like hog pants, got it.
Yeah, like all his clothes grew with him.
Yeah, Proximo's just kind of standing there at you. It's like, well, I think the idea was to not have to face the creature.
Yeah.
But this works as a good plan B.
Yeah, I mean, just fucking hit it with a church. And I mean, to be fair, if you hit anyone with a church, they're going to be a bit fucked. But he really didn't like churches. Weird that they kind of put his altar in a church. But, you know, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you want to go for a drink or something?
Yeah, are y'all going to do anything else before y'all head out again?
It's gonna pick a bit of church trouble as a bit of a memento for later.
Declan's just going to light a cigarette and be like, well, fuck my car, so, should we call a cab or something?
You want me to carry you? Sleeping Beauty?
Proximo's like, I still got my bike. One of y'all can hold on to me and one hop into the sidecar.
I'm not doing that. I'm calling a taxi. I refuse on principle to do that. I'm not riding a fucking sidecar.
It's like, you can hold on to me, Captain.
If anything, I'm going to be the one riding the bike.
Well, you deserve it. I'll let you.
Fuck yeah, alright. And you guys can get a taxi, because no one's going in my sidecar. I'm just going to run to the bike and fucking take it to the bar.
Get back here! And Proximo starts chasing after you, so you just run off with the bike without them.
Yeah, I'm just gonna race past them, like, barreling into a beam of water.
It's like... we just see Talek just hop into the sidecar, and Declan gets on the car, Proximo just hops on the back and just kind of turns around so he's not having to hold around you, just holding onto the back of the bike. It's like, onward ho, Captain!
Alright. Yeah, pub. He just zooms off towards the bar.
Okay, so... we're gonna cut to a couple days later. We'll cut to Talak first. What's he doing?
A couple of days later, I think he's fashioned out a piece of the destroyed church as a bit of a pendant, to a bit of a remembrance thing, and also if anything else like ever occurs again, he can use it as a bit of a knuckle duster to sock it to them. I think he would probably be mending things with Jacqueline, and I think eventually, after having probably around 3 dates where he did like apologise for leaving her out of the important discussions, would then end up drinking at a bar.
Nice. So, is he like in his like apartment doing this, or where's he at?
He'd probably be at the same bar Declan frequencies. I would assume that they would meet up occasionally and have a few conversations.
Okay. Well, I'll say you're on your own right now, kind of just going over this pendant. And the TV in the bar, you hear breaking news. Police are still investigating the destruction of the old abandoned church on the dock side of the city. No one knows how it happened, but people think it may have been related to the somewhat earthquake that happened just several days ago. Cops are still looking for details, and the chief of the city has not given a comment yet.
Turn off! Fake news!
We see bartender Mary just in her usual green flowing sundress, just smile at you and just switch it to an old school like station where it's playing a comedy, and just like, did you boys have something to do with that by any chance?
Why would you say that?
She just kind of smirks and giggles. She's like, no reason. You just, when you've been around as long as I have, you see some things. And when she starts to walk away, even though she's kind of still in her human state, you still hear the clop, clop, clop of what sounds like horse hooves.
What a long face.
And then, I just got that. And then as you're sitting there, you see someone slides a beer down in your direction. And as you look up, you see this elderly man plop a seat down next to you. and immediately you see attached to his his jacket, a pin that's the symbol of the Knights Templar. And he's just sits next to you, takes a sip of his beer. It's like, did some mighty fine work the other day.
Work's work. Same as usual. I think I might have run into one of your associates.
Yeah, we've had issues with her for a while, and we warned her when we put her on this assignment to be careful with how she handled it. It turns out she wasn't the best of people to put there in the long run. She's not a bad person. She just ended up making some bad choices.
Bad choices that had names and families. Either way.
I'm not denying that. I'm just saying. He takes a sip of his beer again, sits down. But it looks like we have an opening, and the order is always looking for more suited members.
I'm assuming your order has a specific religion, unless I'm incorrect.
The religion part hasn't really played much of it for quite some time now, especially with how this city runs. Religion doesn't really matter much when you can basically summon thunderbolts and thunderstorms.
Gonna slide the drink back to him, all finished. Appreciate the offer, but I have my own team, and I think we're more than capable for the time being.
The man just raises his beer to you and he's like, I understand. But if you're ever around and I'm losing my words here, sorry. If you're ever in need of any help, and he points to your jean pocket, you can always find us there.
Talot's gonna, for a split second, raise his eyebrow at the insinuation, and then tap his pocket, assuming there's something in there.
Yeah, you then reach in and you pull out a business card that you knew wasn't there before. And it just has... And it says, Sir Percival, Knights Templar. And there's an address on the back of it.
Well, if you wanted to get in my pants that so much, you could have just asked.
Hey. Cheers to the mist, right?
I'll fill you in. You definitely missed out on a lot. And I'll recall the events of our escapades to this individual.
I know a good majority about what you've done or what you do. I have my sources. You aren't the only one with connections.
Well, I think I'm drunk enough for tonight. And tonight we'll start stumbling up and make his way out into the night sky.
Alright. We're going to cut from that, and we're going to go to Declan now. A few days after the events of the Stag Head in the church. What's he doing?
So does have an office where he does conduct business. It just hasn't been seen in this whole kind of storyline yet. It's this little kind of shitty, looks like kind of an old kind of detective's office. It's got kind of like a brown wooden door with like a window on it. On the front it says is in like a big crappy kind of office building where there are a variety of kind of like independent businesses and contractors that all share the building. It's not for one specific industry or another. And on the front of his door it just says Lestrange's Acquisitions. Inside there's just kind of like a desk. There's like some shelves with a bunch of like antiquities and various things like that, and he's got a desk at the it's kind of like a long room, and at the back he's got a desk and just above that desk he has mounted on the wall this massive fucking minigun that it's not the same size as it was when he was big. It's a normal size of a minigun, but it's still a fucking big minigun. It's mounted on the wall behind his desk, behind his chair, and he's just kind of sat there with his legs on the table, with his like feet crossed on his kind of desk, sat on a chair with his feet up on the desk, and he's kind of pouring whiskey into a coffee mug and just kind of drinking that while kind of like reading the newspaper.
Yeah, and as you read the newspaper, you see kind of what the same thing as the TV report that Talak was watching said, talking about police are still investigating the church. I think it's related to some earthquakes that happened in the city. No one has commented about it yet. And as you're reading this paper, there's a knock at your door, and it opens, and your buddy Proxima walks in with lunch and a 6-pack of beer.
All right, mate. That is exactly what's needed now, to be honest.
Well, I thought we could use a drink, but seems like you're already ahead of me.
Well, it is like, what time is it? He just kind of looks at it, like he's got like a very old kind of leather watch on his wrist. He's like, oh, it's like 10 past 12, yeah. That's around about the beginning of drinking time.
5 o'clock somewhere, right?
I don't know, maybe. Yeah. I think it's probably 5 o'clock in England, to be honest. Past that.
You know, I always forget some days that you're English.
What? Does the thick accent not give it away?
And the assholeish attitude. It hides it.
Well, that is it's a staple of my people. Anyway. So, have you got... Is there any news about that fucking goat demon or whatever we just killed a few days ago? Anything new? Has anything popped up, come around, or shot out of the vines or whatever it was made of?
I've heard nothing, seen nothing. I think we took care of it for good.
Well, jobs are fucking good, isn't it? I think I may have lost a long-term client because I shoved a gun in his face, but I could always pick up new clients.
Sounds like you may have deserved it if you had to do it. As he's pulling out like Chinese food onto the table out of the bag.
Yeah, just gonna take whatever he's like. Just grab one of them. Declan doesn't really care. He's a little bit pissed at this point. He's just gonna eat anything.
Yeah, Proximo just kind of, he's silent for a moment as he just grabs the bag and looks at it for a minute. And he just kind of says, I gotta leave the city.
Oh, how come? What, no good job opportunities here or something? I mean, I can employ you if you need.
No, I got plenty of work here. It's just the things I've done since I've been here, the jobs I've done. And especially after the fight we just went through, I honestly thought we weren't going to make it. But we did, and it made me think about some things. I'm going to rejoin the service. Get out of here.
I wish you well, mate, but we're getting a bit old for that, don't you think?
For the army, yes. Not for mercenary work.
Why don't you just come work for me, mate? We're not mercenaries, but... Well, I'm not a mercenary, but I do, stuff that isn't, shutting down freedom fighters and quelling insurrections. I acquire things for people for money. It's a lot more simple. A lot less grey area.
So we could do what? Just stare at it hanging on the wall and drink fruity cocktails all day?
This is whiskey. What's your definition of fruity? But yeah, it's the good life, mate. It's what we wanted. Self-employed. Just doing whatever I want, whenever I want. Not being told what to do.
Except if I'm working under you, you're going to be telling me what to do.
Oh, why don't we be partners then, mate? 50-50.
You see Proximo kind of think about it for a moment. And he's like, can I think on it?
Of course, yeah. No rush.
And he grabs a beer, pops it open. He's like, cheers, mate.
Cheers.
And you just hear the clink as you two, and you all take big drinks. And for the most part, for the both of y'all, everything's kind of good. Y'all saved the city. No one's ever going to know that was you all. Except for maybe the few people in the shadows, but for the most part, everything's kind of back to normal. We then cut to the destroyed, abandoned church. As there's one guy just kind of going through the rubble. We see an archaeologist of sorts. He's kind of trying to document some things. And as he's moving some rubble along, he comes across what looks almost like an antler. He pulls on it, and he pulls out the damaged and cracked staghead deer skull. And as he's looking at it, turning it around, and he looks kind of like eye to eye with it, he swears that for a moment, there's a faint glowing in its eye. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Demons at Cross End. All right.
Yeah.
You guys want to do a little? Guys want to do some geeking out after the credits?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
I mean, we got the time. We might as well. So, all right. So it's going to be kind of makeshift because we didn't do it every episode. So there's no point in asking all the questions. But did y'all have fun?
It was fun, yeah. I enjoyed myself.
I will say I have been trying to run this case so many times, and every time I tried, it's either stopped or just not worked out. So actually being able to see, because this was like one of my favorite cases reading over it that I wanted to do so badly, because I like the idea of like some evil like demon like beast just coming back. So this was definitely one of my favorite cases I got to do. So this is why I chose to do this one first. And it was also voted on the City of Mist Discord to do this one first. So
We did fucking demolish that thing as well. I really want to... I was quite desperate to use my hit with all you got, but I was trying to think, like, what dream-like thing can you really use to hit with all you got? And I was like, yeah, fuck it, I'll just be big.
Alright, you got any thoughts, Rain?
It was just great. I love how I was like, holy damage. Wait, is his chest like consecrated ground? Interesting idea. Like fucking baseball about the church. Yeah.
So basically, it doesn't go quite into detail, but how I say it was the area underneath was like the area where like the staghead was summoned. So the church that was built above it was to keep it like down. So yeah, the church was basically like holy ground to keep it at bay.
Yeah.
So, but no, so you guys took it completely left field from what I originally intended to end it. I was legit, because the whole entire thing, the idea was, the question that's supposed to go through the player's head is, are you a true believer? Because one of the ways to defeat the staghead was to, if you truly believe that you are a good person or are of good heart, if you sacrifice yourself, the staghead will once again be sealed away for how many other centuries?
Yeah, but Declan isn't a good person, and he doesn't have a good heart.
No.
And Talon's still like very much grey area where like he tries to be good. He's still like a guy though. He's just like a guy that deals drugs. So like,
how I was gonna do it was, if y'all didn't do those crazy stop holding back moments, I was expecting like y'all would be like really trying to suffer find this. My idea was Proxima was gonna sacrifice himself, and it was gonna be the big thing about the heart of a soldier is like the purest of good, those who would lay down their lives for their country and the people. I would say that in itself would make him a true believer. And I was going to make him use like his will-o'-the-wisp to become like the will-o'-the-wisp tree and like trap the staghead inside the tree.
Yeah.
That was my original intention, but then you decided to take a completely left field.
Crush him with a church. Yeah, that would have been
like, hey, wait, I'm a god. Wait, take a holy power, bitch.
So yeah, it went from me doing this like really like kind of like sweet wholesome kind of concept to no, crush him with a roof.
Literally bought the house down on this floor.
But yeah, you guys like putting Christina away almost put y'all at a bad disadvantage because
she ruthlessly murdered 3 people and cut out their hearts. That's not a good. That's not a good guy. I mean,
Declan basically like he's the bad.
I mean, yes, but this is City of Mist. Good and evil is very gray.
It's like a moment of I am bad guy, but I'm not like bad guy. Wait, no, you are a bad guy. You murdered me.
She literally murdered and sacrificed 3 people. That's the definition of that's a serial killer. She's technically a serial killer.
No, but she was supposed to be the Rift of the Avenging Angel, so she had all these holy powers that would have worked well against the Staghead if he came back.
Nah, church crushing. I prefer the church crushing.
Yeah.
Just hit him with the church.
All right, so I'm assuming when I ask what y'all's favorite moment of this game was, what's gonna be, but I want to hear from y'all anyways.
Church crash.
Yeah, I enjoyed hitting it with. I enjoyed killing a god by hitting it with a church was just irony, and I loved it.
Yeah, that was definitely one of my favorite moments. I think mine was I got a couple, like me being able to introduce Proximo as like Declan's longtime war buddy. I thought that was a good idea that we came up with. Tulak just always kind of being less like the pure gold heart in the Shadows character, and then also the artist, the French artist. Just any scene I did with him, I just loved it. It was hilarious. So
The French artist that used Spanish words very often.
He could have been like multilingual. He could have spoke Spanish, French, and English. You know,
I mean, his name was Michael Amagi. Who knows what this guy was?
Is that Japanese?
Yeah, that is Japanese. It's a Japanese name.
So it's like the Japanese French Spanish.
Japanese name, white guy, French. It's like Japanese name, no, brown guy, French accent.
Let's go. All right. So this is his backstory. He originally was born in Japan. He moved to France for a while, then moved to Spain for a while, got the two languages a bit mixed up, then moved to, I assume, the city of Mrs. in the States, then moved to the States. That's why he doesn't really understand, that's why he said senor, because it was all mixed up.
Born in Japan to a Hispanic mother who then moved to French, and then they moved to the States.
Yes.
What's your nationality? Yes.
Yes. That's his backstory, and that makes, like, in hindsight, that makes all of his character make complete sense.
This pure like identity crisis of what am I?
Yeah. So, yeah, I just like the idea that I just thought that was a really cool idea that after that whole incident, everyone getting Christina locked up, like the Templar Order coming to Talak, saying if he would join, because it's like, you're more pure heart than the person our order was. You should join us.
I mean, like asking a veteran god to join like the Templars. He was like very against it from the get go.
It's like, well, you don't know. There may be other gods that are in the Templar Order, so because it's City of Mist, so it's like he said, religion would not be that much of an importance. Because the Templars were originally supposed to be about the good of the people more than anything, so. But they all got corrupted over time originally, so. And then, yeah, just kind of seeing Proximo and Declan, like, still hanging out. Because, like, I was going to be like, because originally people can't leave the city once they're in it. But this opportunity that Proximo was going to have to be able to leave was basically being him, it was going to give him a chance to leave the city, but then Declan's like, no, come work for me instead.
I felt like that was like a kind of nice little ending for the two of them.
And then, of course, since the skull was still there, I like the idea that, someone still found it. And then just kind of on that cliffhanger, like, is it over yet? You will never know.
Yeah, because it has the potential to kind of come back.
And that's why Tulak had a shard with him. Be like, if it comes back, I'll do it again.
I apologize, everyone. I'm looking at our Discord chat at the new meme that Rain posted, and it fits perfectly with what just happened. It's like Declan, and then above him, astral projected Declan. Tulak watching Declan astral project.
Oh, look at this.
Actually, that would be a good question. In the dream state, would just a normal form of Declan be like passed down the ground, and then like this giant version of him is somehow existing at the same time?
Yeah, I'm assuming that's kind of the case. That would be cool. That's a cool image.
So there's just like two Declans that because you combine the realities into one that everyone can see?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. But because all that mist surrounded you, like no one saw it except for the people that were like right there. But of course, there's like one little kid just somewhere off the distance, like, Mommy, I saw a giant man. Oh no. Man, this was a really fun game. I was really glad I got to run this case to y'all for my first case on this podcast. So it was really good.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to be able to play in any more of you games for a little while, just until I finish third year, but I'll happily come back on when I'm done. But I'm excited to see what this turns out like.
Oh, yeah.
That's perfectly fine. I'm going to be definitely taking a break from this to edit these episodes, get them out. I also got the Halloween one-shot podcast I got. That's going to come out. That's probably going to come out first before I get all these episodes out. So if anyone's listening to this by the time after the Halloween podcast comes out, make sure you check that out too. I'm going to be, if you haven't listened to it yet, it's going to drop about the week of Halloween. So,
No, perfect.
yeah, so I just got to finish editing all the episodes. I'll be able to spend my time doing that. And then I'm going to start the next case, get all those recorded and edited too. Just kind of take my time. I got to really take my time with this. One thing I learned doing this.
Yeah,
So.
I think the consistency of dropping episodes only really starts once you start dropping episodes. So you can pre-record a bunch of them and then edit them all, and you can just drop them every week or something like that.
Yeah, because I thought I was going to be able oh, I'll record one week, then have it all edited next week and drop it the following week. No, that's not how it works.
Yeah, I think Critical Role and people like that. I think they have a huge team. You're just doing all this yourself.
Yeah, and then if this was completely video recorded, that'd be one thing. You could just upload the whole video. That is one thing, and then doing just strictly audio like I'm doing, completely different situation. So, but it's still not too bad for first time audio podcast case.
Yeah, 100%.
So, but yeah, there was so many things. I also liked when I did the high voice, low voice with Bear. I thought that was really a funny moment I got to do because I had been playing that for quite some time before we got to that scene.
And with my people who are listening won't know this, but with the last kind of campaign I played with Hunter, I was playing a very my character had a lot of different powers, but with Declan not really having a lot of powers but just having guns, I actually found that more fun because I could just fucking just be like, what's your solution to this problem? Gun.
It's like the day of the VM meme. So I just started blasting.
Yeah.
I mean, I think kind of similar with where it was basically lightning, water. Which one do you want to do the day? Do you want to drown someone or kill someone?
You could drown them and then electrocute them. Fucking
yeah.
That would be horrible.
Oh, so for anyone listening, since I haven't quite said, if anyone knows what Talca Declan looked like, there is artwork I'm going to be posting with this. It's out, but you can also find these characters on the City of Mist website. Declan is a part of the original Quick Start kit for City of Mist. And then Talak was part of the LCNI Investigation kit. You can get all those on City of Mist website. I believe they did all the characters that came in the Quick Start originally. They are updated, so if you buy the portfolio, they have the improvements with them as well. Because this version that Tom was playing with, it didn't have the improvements listed, but Talak's did. So, and you can definitely tell these were definitely early pre-gens because they honestly, I don't think they were that balanced, but they still worked out so well with the game.
I don't know. I thought mine was pretty balanced. I think with this game is it's one of the only games where the kind of more you use your imagination to do things, the more powerful you are, rather than just so for things like D&D, it's the higher levels you get. You can plan quite strategically, but with this, it's just the way you use your power tags. So if you kind of you come up with a move that you're going to do that uses a bunch more power tags, firstly, your brain, you have to critically think, how can I fucking use a bunch of power tags in this? And secondly, how can I make this move look as cool as possible? And you kind of combine those.
Usually, the cooler moves use the most power tags, so it can't correlate.
Mm.
Yeah, I was gonna say I kind of wish we got to see more of Declan bending reality to get stuff done.
Well,
but it was.
I was finding it really hard to come up with okay, so it's not just bending reality in whatever way I see fit. It's got to kind of be bending reality subconsciously and by accident. So I was having trouble kind of being all right, how could I do this and bend reality, but in a way that doesn't seem like it immediately benefits me? So it doesn't seem like it's a kind of conscious choice to bend reality. Because with the tag reality bending, you could just be all right, there's a guy trying to shoot you. And you're okay, he explodes because I bended reality. You know what I mean?
So you're only a part-time bender.
Yeah.
Some things definitely got changed around when he brought the dream state into reality. So there's like a restaurant that got turned into something else, or a person that no longer exists for all we know. And then
It's like a brand new creature that just exists, but it's like a bird with 7 heads or some shit.
I just had something I was about to say. No, okay, so the vision stats that I was having you do, that was basically like a timer where I was gonna have like you were going to be consistently getting these visions about this oncoming danger that's about to happen to the city. But then y'all decided to fast forward it by getting rid of Christina.
Yeah. I mean, she needed to go. She was a bad person. If she hadn't killed 3 people, if she was like maybe if she was like about to kill a guy and then we're like, oh no, stop, then I wouldn't have wanted her dead. But then Declan wouldn't want her dead. But she was a serial killer. She was the definition of a serial killer.
She only killed 3 people. I think you. What?
I think the definition of serial killer is firstly having a type of you kill, which she did. Secondly, I think you have to kill 3 people or more.
Person who commits a series of murders often with no apparent motive and typically following a characteristic, predictable behavior pattern. That's what defines it. Doesn't say it has to be a certain number. Just depends on the. But she wasn't really picking them out like per se. She was basically kind of being random with it, though.
No, but she had a type. There were like people who were like kind of good in quotation marks.
Yeah, but I mean that's not really like a characteristic that I think you would define a serial killer on. At least in my opinion. I don't know.
I'm looking up how many people do you have to kill to be a serial killer. Now this is going to be on my search history, and people are going to be if like MI5 is looking in on my shit, they're going to be like, all right, Tom, what have you been up to? 3 or more killings apparently, according to the FBI.
It's like you're going to be on a list after this.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so you guys definitely did y'all like the characters that y'all chose to play as?
Yeah, I had fun playing I think I'm playing a character that's a bit like older and a bit more like kind of graveled. I don't know the right, like a bit more kind of like gruff.
Rough around the edges?
Yeah, a bit more rough around the edges. That was fun.
What about you, Rain?
I definitely liked my Talok. He was a bit sly, a bit flirty without much in the attention. He kind of did it for fun to get on people's nerves, more or less. That was nice.
All right, so is there anything else you guys want to talk about or anything before we head out and close this case for good?
I don't believe there is.
Thank you, man. This was fun. Thank you for putting this on.
Thank you.
Yeah, I can't wait to finally get all these out and released. So yeah, it was great emceeing this case for you guys. I'm glad I got to finally run this case all the way through and have you guys for players. Y'all did a great job. And even though we lost one along the way, it's like I find myself 2 or 3 people works best. So I don't know why it came that way. It's just how it came down. So, but we made it work.
Yeah, it was a good time.
All right. So thank you, listeners, once again for listening to Mysteries Unknown. This was the case Demons Uncrossed and the official case provided to us by City of the Mist. I'm Hunter, the MC. Once again, we had playing the Thief with the Heart of Gold,
Rain,
and the guy who played the Twat Antiques Dealer, and the guy who played the Twat Antiques Dealer.
Hello. What did you say? Sorry, I just had to turn it down. My roommate came in.
Sorry, I was letting y'all do like an outro, and I was just introducing you guys who you played again, and the person playing the Twat Antiques Dealer.
Tom.
All right, and we have fun doing this for you guys. We'll see you all in the next case. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Mysteries Unknown podcast. The background music you hear is from the official City of Mist soundtracks made by Son of Oak Studios. The content warning at the beginning was done by Ryan Bravo of Odd Loot. Any other characters and content mentioned on here belong to the rightful creators and owners. My name is Hunter the MC, and join me next time as we investigate the City of Mist.